Welcome back, everyone. For some strange reason, the the live stream just literally cut off. But we're still going to be getting into the rest of this Mars and Gemini. I'm going to be recapping for the full moon of Virgo. Sorry for anything like that. Don't know why the technology got off. Maybe it's because I started talking about Mercury retrograde too much and it still had a little bit because we're in the shadow. But regardless, just to kind of reiterate, because I know this got cut off weird at this point, but just to kind of reiterate for anyone who just popped in, for anyone who missed it, apologize for any of the technical difficulty that just happened, right? But no strange reason, we know what it is. Look, I can't make this up. You start, the energy is too high. Look, I can't, look, this is how it is. It is a shadow. But regardless, hey, more people popping in. What's up? See, it's all in divine. It is all in the divine, right? And that's the thing about it. It's like you just gotta like keep moving, keep doing it, and that's how these things start to like really navigate, right? So, apologies for anyone who's watching this in the live and may have missed the first couple minutes, but I'm going to be reiterating that right now, right? So first of all, if you're just popping in, my name is Chad the Maverick. I'm the in-house astrologer here at House of Intuition. Be sure to check all of that out. I just started, I'm finishing up the Astrology 102 series that we have been doing for a grip. So Astrology 102, if anyone wants to learn astrology, you missed the Astrology 101, just pop into the next classes for 102 because we're going through the 3 different layers of each zodiac sign. We're going to be talking about aspects and how every planet communicates with each other. And lastly, we're also going to be literally having you learn how to read a birth chart, right? So I'm going to be teaching you techniques on how to like read a birth chart and tap into that. For the upcoming on March 8th, we're going to be starting out with Tarot 101. So for any of you who want to learn tarot from the ground up, be sure to check out the Tarot 101. Someone said the class is fire. Look, we have a lot of fun in the classes. Like, I do not boring teach. I cannot stand boring teachers. If we're going to learn, we're going to learn, and we're going to have fun with it in the process, right? You join in, it's 11:11. See, this is all in divine. So, hey, if it cuts out, we all moving. We're still in the divine timing, and that's why it's so beautiful. Even more people get to come in now. More people are flooding in. It's a beautiful thing. So shouts out to all of you who stayed through. Shouts out to all of you who just popped in. Now let's get into this next bit and this next format. So getting into the next part. Getting into the week again, right? Full moon of Virgo ending off. We are right now. So we're ending off the details. We're letting go of the old details that no longer serve us and allowing ourselves to usher in new details that are going to be bringing us closer to our dreams. That is the easiest way for me to summarize everything I said in the last 10 minutes. But appreciate you all for being here. Much love. But moving on from this, right? We're going to be, like I said, Mercury is a major player. The live stream cut out. I started talking about Mercury too much. The live stream cut out. So I'm just going to say Mercury is a major player. We are retrograde has stops. Shadow is still happening, but the Mercury is trying to make its mark as it's going direct again. And why is Mercury going to be super important? Well, on Thursday, Mars is going to enter Gemini, right? So when Mars goes into Gemini, that's when we're going to start to really, what did I name this again? Oh, I forgot to pin this. I'm so sorry. Let me pin this down for y'all. Boom. I did not. Cool. The new one didn't let me pin it. Mars enters Gemini, the art of change, right? So this is the thing. It is the art of change that is going down. And what is this change going to be about? How we communicate, how we talk to one another, and how we're able to even work with one another in conjunction, right? I'll be explaining that a little bit more as I get to that. But Mars in Gemini is a major player of this week, and Mercury is doing all types of stuff as it's like finishing out its shadow and everything else like that. So we're back at it. Like I said, we stopped for a second, but we're right back at it. So appreciate the love for you all. Thank you so much. This week, right? Full moon of Virgo is basically going to be lasting until the end of the weekend, right? Then the moon starts to shift into Libra, right? As the moon shifts into Libra, this is going to be a stance and getting into, once more, the relationship aspect of things. Where are you in your relationships? How can you tap into your relationships? How can you make sure that you bridge in your right friendships, whether that be romantic, platonic? I'm definitely getting more sense of like romantic when it comes to the moon in Libra, though. But that's what's going to be happening there. The shadow is over March 13th. Thank you so much for dropping that down. There's so much astrology in my brain. I'm like, shadow ends 4th, 13th. Appreciate that. But yeah, so Mercury's going to make it a square over to Lilith. So we're having like a challenge in communication going into this Monday, where it's like breaking in and bridging through to the next state of energy. And this next state of energy is going to be about how are we going to be able to relate to the other people around us while keeping our main identity. It's like a whole idea where it's going to feel like you need to bite your tongue, but you shouldn't, or you don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you'll be like, oh, maybe I should. But like, you need to do that in order to bridge in better relationships. So if you feel like you need to like bite your tongue or anything along the lines of that, it's actually time for you to say it. You had all of Mercury retrograde to bite your tongue. You know what I mean? So now moving into this next part, now is about really speaking on this. We're getting into Tuesday now. Now we're going into Tuesday. Tuesday, Tuesday, we have, first of all, Tarot Tuesday. Be sure to check out that. But on Tuesday, we have Mercury making its trine to the North Node, right? So communication is basically working together with destiny to push forward. The North Node has been in Gemini. This is very important. Mercury is Mercury is trining the North Node. Mars is going into Gemini soon. This is why this is critical. This is why I like to explain these things. So Mercury trining North Node is like you speaking out into like the universe, what it is that you want to achieve, right? But it's not like you're going to be speaking out to the universe for like everyone to hear, like, hey, it's not like you running onto social media like, hey, everyone, I'm about to manifest all my dreams. What this is more so about, because the moon's going to be in Scorpio at this point, what this more so is going to be about is how can you take that destiny, speak on it within. This is a great day for personal affirmation, right? Mercury making its trine to the North Node will be making those shifts in that regard, right? Someone said, what did you miss? You missed the first like 7 minutes of this and then it cut out, but I ended up recapping, and this will be on IGTV Live, permitting technology, but that's pretty much what's going to be going on there, right? So Tuesday, once more, Mercury trine the North Node, making this different. Someone said hermit your dreams. Thank you so much. Yeah, hermit your dreams, right? So this is kind of like a time frame where it's like dig in. You're supposed to like dig in deep within self to realize where you want your mind to be at as you chase closer to what you're supposed to achieve, right? Mind you, all this is going to be in air energy. And I mentioned last year, December 21st, I was like, we're entering a age of air sign energy, where this is going to be really prominent. More communications, especially online communications. With that Aquarius energy, everything is shifting into an online sphere. So it's like, with that being said, this is how this is all like happening in this process. But in order for you to know how you're supposed to best go into this sphere, best go into this communication, best go into this like talking and conversing with one another, you have to dig in deep first, right? Dig in deep, take an inventory on like the depths of your emotions, on the depths of what it is that you perceive, and even in your intuition is going to also be heightened in this sense in this process, right? Someone says, how am I? That's a nice question. I'm doing pretty good, thank you. I hope you all are doing well too. But I'm doing pretty good. This is a good time. It's pretty, we're doing good. But moving on to the next part, right? We have Wednesday coming through, right? So Wednesday coming up. First of all, if I'm about to talk about Wednesday, I have to mention the Astrology 102 Decans class. So please sign up for the Astrology 102 Decans class, because we're going to be talking about each level of each zodiac sign. You realize, hey, you know a Libra that acts this way, but you know another Libra that acts that way. And you're like, why is that like that? Aside from obviously the fact that they have a whole entire chart of differences. But if you just want to look strictly at sun sign and be like, why are they different? The Decans, you know what I'm saying? So definitely be sure to check that out in this process. Now, Wednesday once more. Wednesday is Venus making a sextile over to Uranus, right? The classes are $10, by the way. They're all on Zoom on the House Intuition website. Don't know if I said it in this video, this specific one, when we got back on, but that's where you find that. But in Wednesday, Venus sextile Uranus, right? So Venus is the planet of love. But I honestly got to give Venus credit for like business and such as well, because Venus low-key rules money. Like it's one thing that a lot of people are, Venus are like, oh, it's love, it's romance. I honestly think Venus rules money like a little bit more than we think, right? And with this being said is that Venus making a sextile to Uranus, Venus is in Pisces. So Venus in Pisces is literally like unconditional love. It is the letting go. It is the tapping into like everything that goes on in the world, right? Someone asked, how do you find out your rising sign? Download Sanctuary. Shouts out to Sanctuary. Or Time Passages. Shouts out to Time Passages. They both showed love. I would definitely check out Sanctuary. Is really good for beginners. It's an app. You can just download it. It's like an upside down triangle. It's pretty dope as far as like teaching you literally just what each one of your signs means. Outside of that, definitely come through to the classes. We be going off about all that. So Venus exile Uranus once more. Sorry. Venus in Pisces is going to be unconditional love, tapping into all that. Uranus in Taurus has been making shifts to how people are living the stabilities of their lives, right? Their sense of security is pretty much making these differentials. So basically, when it comes to I do tropical, by the way. I'm a tropical astrologer. When it comes to business and romance, these things are going to be like taking a cool turn, right? They're going to be taking a more, there's an opportunity, I would say, when it comes to business and romance to really like make a shift into coming together, right? And the shift into this coming together is very much going to be out of nowhere. You get what I'm saying? Like there's a certain sense of alignment where it's just like, it's like you're out at the grocery store and then suddenly this one person that you like met one time and you never thought was going to see again pops up and they're just like, oh, hey, hi, what's up? Want to go get a socially distanced coffee together? And then things start like moving on from there. Like you never know. But this is the type of energy that kind of pops up with that. Or even in regards to business, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, like you want an opportunity to like do this one thing that aligns deeper with you. Like that's going to be these type of themes that are coming up. Coming this upcoming Wednesday, right? So that's where Venus is going to be playing this part. And once more, Venus and Pisces is about unconditional love. It's about diving into your love, diving into your feelings, and diving into the sensitivities that you may have, because that is your psychic nature, right? That is your intuition. That is everything that's behind that. So that's pretty much what's going to be going on there. Now we're getting into the big player of the week, which is what this whole live stream is about, which is Mars entering Gemini, right? The art of change. And dare I say, the art of finesse. So with this being said is that Mars entering Gemini. Now, the reason why this live stream cut off by itself, the live stream cut off by itself, just said, doop. The reason why that happened, because I was talking about Mercury a little too much. But the reason why this is like, it's the key. Mars in Gemini is taking everything that just happened from this Mercury retrograde on a higher functioning scale, and is now going to be able to let you actually perform these tasks, but on a day-to-day basis, right? So it's like you're going to be performing this task on like you're going to be performing these tasks bit by bit, and how you're going to be performing these tasks is going to often be with other people. You get what I'm saying? So like other people are going to pop in, other people are going to pop around that are going to also be on the same page as you. You're going to be communicating how you feel, they're going to be communicating how they feel, and y'all are going to start to like make different moves and plans. So it's like this is all time, and I know it's been like a very what's it called? 1 second. Brain freeze. So it's like a very like Mars and Gemini is like you linking up with other people and making that happen, right? Now, with that being said, the moon's going to be in Sag on this time frame as well. So the moon in Sagittarius, this is a time to like open up to your vision. Open like it's about like kind of harnessing the vision again. So in order before you get into working with all these people, everything else along the lines of that, you have to keep the mentality of seeing the larger vision. And when you see the larger vision is when you're going to be able to make those smaller moves. And the moves that you're going to be making are actually going to be making real differences in life. Mercury retrograde made a real mess in February. Hope things will get better. They are getting better. That's what Mars and Gemini is about, right? So Mars and Gemini is taking all the lessons, all the whatever was happening throughout that retrograde, right? And it's going to be pushing that forward. So March is going to be, like I said, moving that into format. Now, not only is this happening, remember how I said Mercury was a major player of this week before the first live stream went off? Mercury is going to, on Friday, make its conjunction to Jupiter, right? Mercury rules the lower minds. Mercury rules the mind that makes you get up in the morning and think, hey, I should probably like call somebody today, or I should probably like do that one thing today. Whereas Jupiter is the one thing where like it goes to you and you're just like, I need to study this philosophy and get into all these things and study astrology until one day I'm an astrologer. That's the type of thing that Jupiter does, right? Shouts out to all my Saggies and my Jupiterians in the building. But that's pretty much like how that ends up going down. Now, Mercury making this conjunction to Jupiter. This is going to be a very strong, like, think about it like this. Mars just went into Gemini. Gemini rules Mercury. Mercury is conjuncting Jupiter, both in Aquarius, respectively. Respectfully. Like, respectively and respectfully. But this is going to launch forward all, like, that's what, like, I'm saying, like, from looking at the astrology of this retrograde, this happened during that retrograde time frame. Now this is coming back, it's going to be boof towards, like, you get what I mean? Like, it's actually like a launching in a sense of what your mind's eye was able to see during that retrograde that you were not able to tap into yet because it wasn't time for it yet. The reason why astrology, and I love astrology so much, is because it truly is about the time cycles and the timelines and how, like, these things are cyclical, right? They go in patterns, they go in circles, and sometimes you'll see, hey, last month you might have been down bad, and the next month the same transit might happen in a different aspect, and then you're up. You get what I mean? And that's the thing, is like, I really believe that the universe kind of moves in the favor of the people when they accept the fullness and the entirety of themselves, which is why learning your astrology is so important. Because once you learn your astrology, you know the energetic makeup of yourself. Like, you know the energetic composition of who you are. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously, people are going to be living their own experiences. People are going to be raised in different senses, so they're going to have different variations just off of per se culture, but the energies stay the same as far as who people are, right? So that's really important for that. What's my favorite app to use for transits? Because I'm in the official astrologer role, I've just got Astro Gold, so I use that. You do not need to get Astro Gold if you want to look at transits. Honestly, what I used to look at for transits is Astro Theme. I came up on astrotheme.com. So if you want to know, like, what I used to refer to for all my charts, Astro Theme, I like it because it's technically a celebrity website for, like, astrology, but I love the way that their charts look and they're color coordinated, and it just helps my brain out. But definitely would check that out in this process, right? So, but like I was saying about this week once more. Ending off this week, and by the next time you see me here on this live stream, it's going to be the Capricorn moon. And the Capricorn moon is going to basically help you officiate everything else. Astroseek.com is my other favorite one that I definitely tap into. Astro Gold, Astro Theme, Astro Seek are probably like those are my favorite to go to. But shout out to Sanctuary. Sanctuary is great for people that are just beginning, and Time Passages is super dope too. So definitely show love to them as well. Will the class help us prepare for Aries for upcoming changes? My classes prepare people for everything. Like, to be honest, like, I'm going through, like, real energies, and I personally believe there's a lot of epiphanies, and just due to the feedback from all of you amazing people, like, there are a lot of epiphanies that end up happening. I really do appreciate all that in the process, right? So getting into this whole overall view, basically this upcoming week is following the end of this full moon in Virgo. What details are you releasing in order, which is also a Mercurial moon, by the way. What are you releasing in the mind? What details do you need to let go of in order to accept what's supposed to be coming for you from this Pisces divine nature, right? Now, second, Mercury trine in the North Node. The things that you think about and speak are going to become a part and align to your destiny. So be sure to take some time out within this week to yourself to dig in deep. The very Hermit card energy for anyone who is familiar with the tarot, for example, right? But that's a very important day in that regard. Later on, business and romance are having a lot of opportunity this upcoming week after this Wednesday time frame, right? So if you're like, if you looking, something might just pop up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty much what's going to be going on there. Now, on top of that, Mars entering Gemini is going to be, once more, you having this art of change. How are you going to be changing the things around you in order to actually, honestly, have fun? I think that's a big thing about Mars and Gemini too. Outside of everything else I was saying, Mars and Gemini is really a time for you to like actually have fun again. Like be like a little bit giddy, have a little dad, like pull like a little prank on someone that you're cool with, just so like, you know what I'm saying? Like Mars and Gemini is like this fun little like type of energy with it too. Mercurial energy have this little like mercurial mischievousness to it, but that's the reason why that's there, is because it's just like it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be like lively, right? And then ending off the week, we have Mercury conjuncting Jupiter, taking your mind, taking your wisdom, and taking what you've learned through retrograde, and then being like, whew, and then pushing that forward. So that essentially has been this Astrology Saturday. For any of you who are looking for me, I know some people were talking before, but I did not want to get distracted. My name is Chad the Maverick across the board. You can find me here at house. You can find me on social media, whatever the case may be. It's Chad the Maverick. That if you look me up, I'm gonna pop up somewhere. So that's pretty much what's going to be going on with that. So I appreciate you all for showing up, showing love, and yeah, this has been a fun time. This has been the Astrology Saturday. Been breaking down Mars and Gemini. Happy full moon to you all. This is the end of the full moon phase. I covered the full moon last week deeper in the class that we just had. Be sure to check out the Astrology 102, the rest of those classes. We have 3 more to go. Even if you haven't went to the 101, if you have a basic understanding of astrology, you're going to learn so much. You know what I mean? It's like a crash course if you just show the next 3 days, right? But or the next 3 times. That's all on the website. And then Tarot 101 starts on March 8th. So be sure to go and sign up for all of those classes early, so you have the links, you have it in your calendar, ain't nothing to worry about, and we can pop up and have a great time. So I appreciate the love from you all. Thank you so much. Shouts out to House of Intuition. Definitely go to House of Intuition if you are in LA. Go in store, grab some things. Tarot Lovers Box, Astrology Lovers Box, we got it all. Make sure you cop the new moon and Pisces candle before the new moon comes, and everything else along the lines of that. So I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you for sticking through when the Wi-Fi did some weird stuff. Or it wasn't the Wi-Fi, it was the app. But much love again. Appreciate you all. Till next time, have a great one. Peace.